Let's go, it's the Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show.
Which one, old man, that ain't got time to shake your hand? Get that style check, put it in pockets till I get back. Going downtown.
Okay, so we're going to talk about a Switch game. If you notice, I haven't even reviewed one. Reason why is because I didn't really enjoy Zelda and didn't feel like getting attacked by a bunch of fanboys. And Mario Kart is more of my wife's type of game, not mine. They're enjoyable, but I only play them for a couple of minutes. I kind of get bored of them. But Mario and Rabbids was the first game like I really wanted to play because I absolutely love the Xcom type of gameplay style this game is going for. On top of it being Mario and Rabbids. And I know some people don't like the Rabbids. They're kind of like a stupider version of the Minions, but they're actually pretty funny sometimes. So I was really hyped for this game. However, you know, mixing the two, it might not be the greatest idea. So let's find out if this game is worth trying.
Which one, old man, that ain't got time to shake your hand? Get that style check, put it in pockets till I get back. Going downtown.
Right off the bat, one of the best features is obviously the colorful design that uses both franchises really well. What I mean by that is you get the Mario characters, obviously, but it kind of feels like the world that you're going through is more of like Rabbit style, like a little goofy and crazy and weird, but you still have like the kingdoms from like Mario, like the Mushroom Kingdom and stuff that you see in the background. So there's like mixing the two, and somehow they work really well, and I guess you just really don't realize that these two franchises in a way kind of look similar. But that's a good thing. Next up is the gameplay. It's really smooth and nicely done, and it's taking from really the best strategy type games. The biggest one is obviously Xcom. If you haven't played Xcom, I don't know what you're waiting for. It is one of the best games of the last couple of years, and Xcom 2 is even better. But this is taking that, where you move the character in a blocks. You have a bunch of blocks where you can move them. Think of it like Final Fantasy Tactics, but it's all real time in a sense, because when you move it, there's different options that you can do, such as dashing when you trip the bad guys, or you can jump on their head with Mario. Things like that kind of give its own unique style of this is a Mario game with Rabbids instead of just being another strategy game. On top of that, the gameplay is a lot of fun in terms of figuring out different ways to take on different levels in the fastest manner and the way you can take out the most enemies in a short amount of time. So this game definitely offers you plenty of different gameplay styles that you can do on each map. And I'm also going to say, what a plus bonus is, this game is actually surprisingly pretty challenging at times. There is an easy mode, so don't worry if it's a little too hard. You can click the easy mode. It basically doubles your HP in the match, making it a lot easier to get through it. But I really thought that some of these levels it took me about 4 or 5 tries to finally figure out how to beat them. And of course, sometimes it is luck, but a lot of times it's just figuring out the strategy that's going to work best to defeat the enemies. So this game definitely offers you some challenging maps, and I really enjoyed that. Something else that's really neat is the RPG feature. It's like a talent tree in this game. You can actually level up your characters in a sense. They level up normally once you beat a certain amount of stages, but then you can add little bonuses like more HP, giving them new attacks, dashing once or even twice or even 3 times, upgrading their attack power, stuff like that. On top of that, something else that's really cool is upgrading your weapons. So you get a couple of different weapons every time you beat a certain amount of stages, and of course those weapons come with different bonuses, like a push feature, which pushes the enemy sometimes out of the bounds, or a honey feature, which makes the enemy stuck to the ground so they can't move, and it definitely gives it more of the Mario feel. On top of that, the last positive is the cute story. You know, it's a Nintendo game. Well, it's a Ubisoft game, but it's a Nintendo game in a sense, so I'm not expecting the story to be great, but a lot of cutscenes in here were really cute and funny, and you got to see the rabbits mess around with the Mario characters, and some of them are ridiculously crazy. So overall, I really enjoyed the story for what it was. It's cute, it's funny, it's easy to watch, and it didn't bother me. Now let's talk about the negatives. Gameplay outside of the main fights kind of feels flaky at best. It just really is kind of a mundane type of task, like moving rocks or doing these simple, boring puzzles. It felt like this game just could have really benefited from not having these sections of walking around these lame stages doing lame tasks that don't feel anything like the platforming in the other Mario games. I just thought this part or this section in the game itself kind of brought the gameplay down a little for me, and these parts were really boring for the most part. I didn't really enjoy any of them. Also, the collectibles in this game aren't that great. There's some like music collections, some weapon collections. But overall, I never felt like when I opened the chest, ooh, that's exciting. What is this? It's just kind of like, oh, there's another chest. Okay. So that's another negative. The collectibles definitely could have been better in this game, but probably the biggest thing that kind of bothered me in this game is the lack of customization. Now, yes, like I said, there's an RPG feature that is cool for each character to get to level up. However, in this game, there's no, like, customization. Maybe I'm spoiled by games like Xcom and stuff where I can really mess around with the look of the character and build them. Now, I know this is a Mario game, so I didn't expect the Mario characters to change too much, but the Rabbids, they could have wore millions of different costumes from all the different Nintendo games. I really felt let down there, or even the Mario games, so that was a disappointment. And there was just not enough weapons, there were not enough, there's no armor, stuff like that. Definitely could have made the game more exciting to collect stuff. So it kind of goes intertwining with the collectible issue I have with this game is the customization in this game could have been better.
Which one, old man, that ain't got time to shake your head. Get that Snapchat, put it in pockets like it's back, going downtown.
So, what did I think of Mario Rabbids? Do I think it's worth it? Yeah, I had a really good time with this game for the most part. When I was playing the main gameplay, as in the Xcom type of style gameplay, this game was a blast. I was having so much fun, and even when I was losing, I was like, okay, I fucked up, let me try this again. So I really like that feature, and I love the design of this game, and the story even is really fun. So I had a great time playing it for the most part. Yes, there's moments in this game where I just was trying to get to point A to point B and I had to do these stupid tasks that are just wasting my time. And like I said, I really do wish there was a lot more customization. But overall, is Mario Rabbids a good game? Yeah, I'm even going to go with a great game. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I think it's a great title. It's definitely a Switch title, the first one that I really enjoyed. And I say pick it up. If not for full price at 40 bucks, this is a steal. I think it's at least 20 hours of gameplay. I played about 27, and yeah, check it out. Mario Rabbids is the surprise game of the year. 8 out of 10.